Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. You're watching JCTV playing on the Xbox One console. This is a Green River 2019 episode number 3. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in folks. We've got a lot of work today, which includes no contract work. So we've got a lot of animals to take care of. Um, Starting with our chickens, if we look here through our chickens, we'll see that we have a couple of chickens that are ready to give birth to baby chickens. Our next animal is due anytime here with this female Rhode Island Red and as well with this female Rhode Island Red. So we've got two chickens about to give birth, and with any luck, we will get to see two chickens being born today. The pigs need to be cleaned, watered, and strawed, and we've got to empty some manure and slurry as well. The sheep need some water and some grass and hay, and also need to be cleaned up a little bit. The cows, again, need to be cleaned, watered, strawed, and we've got a lot of manure collected with slurry and milk, which also need to be removed from the cow pen as well. The horses need straw, and we also need to ride them because now we are in day 2 of mid-spring. So the horses need to be taken care of as well. We've got to get that daily riding up to 100% or more. Most I've seen it goes 110%, but we'll take care of that as well. So we're going to start with, I'm not sure, first thing we're going to do is drive on back to the animal pen. So why don't we jump in our beautifully colored orange lizard pickup and just drive back there and we'll see exactly what needs to be done. There is a lot of animal work to be tended to today, so I don't think we're going to have time to do any contract work. Um, we are going to be looking through our inventory as well, just to see if there's any equipment that we can do without. Maybe we can sell something or trade in something just so we can get a little bit extra cash. We've got $13,509 right now, but I'm not really seeing any contract work that needs to be done today, or I don't think we'll have time to do any contract work. So, hey, we've got a pallet of wool started. Our sheep have started producing wool. So the first thing we're going to do is clean up. So we're going to jump in our Platinum Edition Class Axion 960, and then we're going to attach the Tuchel sweeper. We'll take care of this grass that is accumulated here outside of the sheep pen. Again, I know I've stated this before, but if you don't use this Tuchel sweeper mod, it is pretty good. Although I have run into a small problem where it won't let me dump certain things back into the animal pen. The grass will go right back in, as you can clearly see. We just hit the right button and Y, and then it empties the grass right back into the sheep pen. But when we're cleaning up the silage from the cows and also the pig food, for some reason it won't let us dump back into the pens. So I don't think that this mod is maybe working correctly or works with these types of animal pens. I'm not sure, but we may have to swap out the Tuchel sweeper and just break down and get a universal bucket and attach it to the other tractor. You'll see here that we can pick up the pig food. We can't really do anything with it. It just sits inside the sweeper. And if we unload it here, it's just going to spit it back out onto the ground. And that's sort of counterproductive to what we need it to do. And we can't even just dump it back in here. We can't raise or lower the sweeper when it's attached to the tractor. So yeah, you can see it just spits it right back onto the ground. So that's really not what we need it to do. So I think we're just going to pick it up again and we'll just dump it off to the side for now. And then later on, if we have time, we'll go to the shop and pick up a universal bucket. And then we'll just clean up the animals that way. It's probably the easiest thing to do, and instead of dealing with the stress of a mod that's not working properly. I'm not sure if the mod maker is aware of it or even if it's his problem, but maybe we'll try and look him up and send him a message, see if he can update the mod or have a look at the script just to see if it's working or not working. But anyways, pigs are cleaned up. As long as the leftovers are outside of the yellow square, I guess you want to call it, yellow rectangle, it will register as clean. It doesn't matter where you put it as long as it's not in front of the feeding trough. So we'll just take a trip through the cow pen, and we'll clean up the cows as well. And I'm not sure if this will dump into the TMR food tray, but we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for the cows. And I'm thinking, yeah, we don't feed them here, we feed them out and back, so we should probably drive back there, and that's where the mess is to be cleaned up. Right back here is where the TMR trailer is. I think we're gonna have to move that trailer out of the way as well. These trees are kind of overgrown. Whenever you just chop them down and get them out of there, but we'll worry about that later. For now, let's just clean up the cows. Yeah, there is quite a mess there. We are feeding them total mixed ration from the buy anything feed mod. That's the big red silo out in the middle of the animal sanctuary where we buy our total mixed ration for really cheap for the cows. And I think once they chew it up and spit it back out, it turns to silage. So we'll just leave the trailer right here out of the way, and then we'll clean this up. All right. Let's get this done here. So we'll lower the sweeper, turn it on, and unfold. There we go. Yep, silage. And again, we cannot do anything with it. Alright, so it's just going to sit inside the sweeper, or we'll just move it off to the side. Yeah, it's not registering the fill trigger. Even when we unfold it and raise it up, we can't dump it anywhere. No, so I think the best bet is to just leave it off to the side somewhere, and then we'll come pick it up later with our universal bucket. Maybe we'll just sell the sweeper to buy the bucket. I think it's about $4 grand to sell it, and then the bucket's only 900 bucks, so you make a few thousand there and put it in the bank. Alright, so the animals are cleaned. Chickens didn't really make a mess yet. We still only have 10 chickens. Those 2 have not hatched. The cleanliness will go up as the time goes on. I think we need to wait about 5 or 10 minutes for it to register, and then it will show 100% cleanliness sooner or later. But all of the mess is out of all the feeding troughs, so that is good. I did figure out in another video that you could actually lay wood chips down in the feeding trough, and that prevents the cleanliness from going down, but where's the fun in that? It was fun for a little while, not having to clean up after my animals, but then I thought, you know, that's not really that real. Animals make messes, and just because you lay down wood chips doesn't mean they don't make a mess anymore. It just means you have a pile of wood chips mixed with food. So we didn't lay any wood chips down. We're just going to clean everything up as we go. And then that'll just have a more realism feel to it. Alright, so we'll just drop the sweeper here, and we'll worry about that later when we have time to manage the inventory. Alright, so we'll just park this tractor. Now I think everyone needs water as well, so we're going to jump in our water truck, which is parked right here. Still attached to the semi because we filled it up earlier. So we're full with 32,000 liters of water, and we'll just drive around one pen at a time and give everybody a drink. Starting with the horses. Alright, water's full. Job done. Alright, we'll drive on over to the pigs. And I've clearly driven right past the water trough. Let's just do a little lap around the pig pen. And we'll come back to the water trough. Here it is, right over here. That's all right. Didn't waste a lot of gas. There we go. Pigs are watered. All right, 100%. And now we'll drive over to the cows. Chickens don't need water, thank God. They just need wheat or barley. So we'll go water the cows. And I know in the last episode, I told you guys that I found a water trigger. That was where the milk trailer was. That's not actually a water trailer. What I was doing was filling up the milk trailer with water. You'll see here, this overload thing is just to put water inside the milk trailer. It doesn't actually water the cows. So you'll see here that I put a little bit, I took water out because I had filled it up earlier. There's still a little bit of water in there that we've got to empty out. So once we're done feeding or watering all the animals, we'll just take the rest of the water out of there. But yeah, so that was not a water fill point. That was a drive past the empty milk trailer and fill it up with water. So, lesson learned. Water is always back here. There is no shortcut. All right, Mr. Cow. Cross if you're going to cross. There you go. I do not feel easy in here with a semi-trailer full of water and a bunch of cows running around. I know they're virtual cows and nothing really happens when you drive over them, but for realism's sake, let's not run over any cows. All right, and out of the pen with no cow fatalities, no cow-talities. All right, cattle. There we go, everybody's watered. Now we need straw. We've got those two conveyor belts there in that silage bay, so it's not quite time to cut the grass. Maybe next episode on day 3 of late spring, we will cut the grass and start stockpiling some silage to feed the cows. And then we've got this big grass field here, but I don't want to do the whole thing for silage because we will need grass for the sheep stockpiled before the winter comes, and we will need hay for the horses as well, with the pigs and stuff. So I think we're gonna have to do it in sections. We'll mow the entire lawn, but then we'll ted maybe 1/4 of it to turn it into hay, and then we'll collect 1/4 of it to turn it into silage, and then we'll take the other half and then just stockpile grass for the sheep maybe and the cows. Who knows? All right, so everything's watered. Let's park the water trailer, and then we'll see what we're going to do next. All right, so let's just try our best to back up this water trailer. Don't really have anywhere else to put these, so we just parked them all pretty like on a diagonal to make it look like they belong there. Okay, so you can see the chicken coop is at 100% cleanliness. The pigs are at 100% cleanliness. So are the sheep, and so are the cows. So everything is nice and clean. Everyone is nice and watered. Let's jump out of the semi now, and we'll take a little walk over to our other Platinum Edition class tractor with the front loader attachment and the bale spikes, just in case we need to put more bales in there. The class Arion 660, Arion 660. All right, so the straw spitter, we'll spit some straw at the horses. There we go. We should have enough. There's 1 3/4 bales in there, so we should have enough to do all of the animals without filling it up. Take a run on over to the pigs. We'll throw some straw at the little piggies. Hey, little piggies, got some straw for you. There we go. All right, now we just need to go over to the cows. And we still got 1 1/4 or more bales in the machine. So we should have enough to deal with the cows. We shouldn't have to put any more bales in it just yet. Alright, the straw trigger is right here beside the cow barn. If you're playing this map and you can't find the straw trigger, it's right here. There we go. Oh, now we're on to the last bale in the machine. Perfect. Just over half a bale. Everyone is now full of straw. Cows are good. Everybody's full and fed. Well, the sheep could use some grass, but I think they're okay for now. Pigs are okay. We still got to get rid of the manure, slurry, and milk. So we'll take care of that momentarily. And at some point, we've got to find some time to ride those horses. We've got lots of time. It's only 9:30 in the morning. We're at 8:30 in the morning. So we got lots of time to ride those horses before the day is end. I did notice that while I was playing the game and midnight rolled around, I did receive $3,000 from the livery stables. Not really sure what that was for, but they paid me $3,000. I'm guessing it was for riding and cleaning the horses, but I didn't sell any. I have to look that up and figure out why I got paid for just taking care of someone's horses. I don't know. Maybe I get paid daily, $1,500 a horse, just for taking care of them, but I did receive $3,000. Anyways, all right, let's get rid of the slurry that has accumulated in the pig pen and the cow barn. Let's hook up our slurry wagon. There's no sense in waiting till it gets full and then it warns you that there's no room. So we'll just empty it as we go day to day. And that way we never have to worry about getting that annoying little, hey, your slurry tank is full. There we go. Pigs are empty. We've got to do the manure too, but we'll come back and do that in a minute. Let's drive on over to the cow barn with the slurry wagon and empty the cow slurry. I haven't quite figured out what we're going to do with the slurry yet, or I haven't figured out if we're just going to sell it to the biogas plant when the tank is full, or maybe buy a slurry trading thing. I don't know. I think maybe we'll just sell it at the biogas plant. That seems the most real to me. I don't think we should have a trading mod for slurry and manure. We'll just sell it. That's what real farmers do, right? We still have 10 chickens. They haven't given birth yet. I'm anxious. I want to see the new chickens. Are they going to be male or female? Can we sell them? Can we keep them? Who knows? All right. Slurry has been collected. There wasn't a lot of slurry in there. I guess more cows equal more slurry. And we've only got 10, so maybe we'll look at doing some more contract work in the next episode, and that way we can buy some more animals. Maybe I'd like to build to maybe 15, so we'll buy 5 more of each animal. And we're going to take care of this milk thing here while I've got the semi-truck out. Let's just back up the slurry wagon and we'll hook up to the milk machine here. And then we'll empty the milk and then we'll just put this back where it needs to go. But first, I think there's a little bit of residual water left in there from when I mistakenly filled the tank, thinking that it was the cows. So I think we've got to get rid of that first. Yeah, there's 160 liters of water in there. So we've got to find, I think, should we just drive it back to the other water tanker, or maybe can we empty it somewhere? Can I just, let's see, there's a little stream over here, creek. I wonder if I could just back up to the creek and just dump it out. There's our silage conveyor belts. That one still has some chaff on it. We'll just empty that out later on before we start dealing with silage. Alright, let's see if we can back this up to the creek here and just dump our water into the creek. Do we have an overload? No, we don't. We can't empty it. Alright, so we're going to drive back to the other water tanker and empty it into that one, and then our tank will be empty. And there's a lot of manure collected in there from the cows. Okay, so we'll get to that too. Manure is really fun, and it's also really easy because we've rigged up this conveyor belt system. Instead of using the universal buckets to pick it up and put it in a trailer, conveyor belts auto pick up the manure for us, so we never have to do anything. Occasionally you'll just have to jump into the trailer, or jump into the conveyor belt and turn it on, and then watch the manure just fly into the trailer. Sheep are already full, so we can't empty the water there. We're gonna have to drive over to that trailer. And that way the milk wagon will be ready. Alright, so there we go. So if you didn't know you could do this before, you can transfer liquids from one trailer to another, just like that. Alright, so let's drive this back to the cows, and then we'll fill it up with milk so that we can't make the water mistake again. Once there's milk in it, we won't be able to put anything else in it, so that'll be good. I think I'll only make that water mistake 3 or 4 more times, though. I'm not going to make any promises, but you never know. Oh, I will hit the tree, though. Alright, so we just got to back this trailer up into that little doorway, and then we can fill the milk. Try to back up a semi-trailer while looking at it sideways. There we go. Start filling. Milk. Done. Alright, 1900 liters of milk. Alright, now we just need to take care of the manure for the pigs and the cows. And that will also require the semi-truck, but we've got to move this slurry tanker back to the animal farm, and then we'll attach the manure wagon and pick up some manure. Alright, so we're driving back to here, to the animal farm. La-di-da-di-da, through the animals. I have to tell you, it is oddly satisfying not having to worry about crops or planting or fertilizing or germination. Just taking care of animals. It does keep you fairly busy. There is lots to do, and especially with the seasons mod now, the seasons are changing, so we will have to do some creative thinking as to what's going to happen in the winter to our horses and chickens. They don't really have anywhere to go into unless they can go inside that pen. We'll worry about that when the time comes. Alright, so we've attached to the crampy tipper. We're just going to walk back into the manure pit. And if you didn't know you could do this before, you can actually enter the conveyor belts just like you do a vehicle. And you just turn on the belt, and the manure automatically picks itself up and loads it into the trailer, just like that. There you go, and you just have to wait for it to stop. And all done. Manure's in the trailer. Pigs are nice and cleaned. Now all we have to do is drive the trailer over to the cow conveyor belt and load that up. And then sooner or later, we'll have a full trailer of crap that we can sell. Crap on wheels. The manure wagon. All right. So we did have to extend the boom on this one conveyor belt because it is so far away from the road that it's easier just to drive the trailer underneath it, just like that. Perfect. And then we'll get out and go and empty all of this manure. Same way we did with the pigs, we'll just enter the belt and then turn it on. There we go. Manure picks itself up. It certainly saves a lot of time than driving back and forth with a front loader and a wagon trying to load up all the manure. The universal bucket only holds 700 liters at a time, whereas the conveyor belt just sucks it all up like a vacuum and spits it all into the trailer. You can see it all raining down poop into the crampy tipper. That's just awesome. I think now that I figured this out, I'll never do manure cleanup any other way other than this. And silage too. Silage is so easy when it's done with conveyor belts. You can just sit and watch it go. All right, so that's done, and now we're just going to drive this back to the pigs instead of just leaving a trailer full of crap in the middle of our farm. We'll drive it back to where it needs to go. All right, and I'm not sure what we're going to do next, but we'll see. Who knows? Oh, I remember what it is we needed to do. I watched a video by DJ Goham. If you're not familiar with him, go check him out. He's quite an awesome farmer. But he did a video where he tested out the diminishing characteristics of grass, straw, and hay bales when left out uncovered. So I think we need to bring these bales in the top right corner there. We need to bring those bales somewhere inside because they may or may not be losing straw every day. Now remember, they're 4,000-pound bales, and I'm pretty sure that because they've been sitting out for a couple of days, they've already lost some of their capacity. I'm pretty sure they're not 4,000 pounds anymore. So we're going to bring out our trusty little tool, and we're going to see if we can check these to see if they've actually stayed at 4,000 pounds or not, because I'm pretty sure we're going to have to bring them inside somewhere so that they maintain their current state. I don't want them to just start withering away, and this tool is totally not working. Maybe this isn't actually what it's used for. Let's go jump into the tractor, and with the bale spikes will tell us just how much each bale weighs. If it doesn't weigh 4,000 pounds, then we need to get them inside fast because they're losing straw every day. We're just wasting money, and I hate wasting money. So where did I put that tractor? There it is. All right, so let's jump in the tractor. We'll just throw a bale spike through a bale, and we'll see just how much it weighs. And if it weighs less than 4,000, then we're in trouble. We've got to get these bales of straw out of here, off the ground, and into a covered area somewhere. Because winter's coming, and if it rains, it's probably going to ruin my bales. And I don't want that to happen. We do have a limited amount of funds, and, you know, yeah, look at that, 3,900 pounds. So we've already lost 100 pounds of straw. And I'm guessing that all of the bales are probably like this. So we can't, they've been out here for a day, from day 1 to day 2. And we've lost 100. So if we're losing 100 pounds of straw a day, that's not good. They'll be gone in no time. Yeah, and this tool is not working on straw bales. All right, so we're just going to put them inside. I think we've got an empty shed right beside the cow barn. It's got double doors, or one entrance and one exit. So we should be able to drive the semi-trailer through there, no problem, but I do think it might be a little big. So maybe our first move would be swapping out that humongous bale trailer that we probably don't need. We could probably use a smaller one. That bale again was at 3,900 pounds. So we're going to have to do something. We got to get these bales out of here before they wither and die into nothing. All right, so we'll just jump in the semi-truck with the bale trailer. We'll auto-load them onto the trailer and then bring them inside so that they're out of the elements. And that way, hopefully, we can maintain the integrity of our bales once we make some more. All right, so let's just auto-load our troubles away. There we go. Everybody onto the trailer. Missed one. There we go, got it. All right, so we got 20 bales. Let's bring these indoors. We got some eggs accumulating there, that's good. It's just now, every time we need to fill the straw spitter, we have to bring it over to the straw bales and then take them out of the shed. But it's a small price to pay if we can maintain the weight of each bale and it doesn't wither away into nothing. Where is it? This is the shed right here. We should be able to open up these roll doors. There's one here. And the shed is completely empty. That's good. We can fit a lot of stuff in here. We can also put our wool in here too once the pallet is full. We can store all of our stuff in here actually. There's more than enough room. Alright, so let's try and drive this semi-truck in here and out the other side and then back up straight so we can stack up all of the bales. Maybe if I'm feeling in the mood, I can just get into the Class Arion tractor and stack them all nice and neat, but who has time for that? Let's just back this up really quick. Oh, am I hitting the wall? That's not good. Sort of straighten out a little bit. See if we can get as close to that back wall as possible. Stack the bales along this wall and unload. There we go, drop them down, and there we go. Bales are now indoors, out of the elements and safe. Alright, so let's take this truck back to the animal farm, but first we will close the doors to protect our bales from the nasty cross breeze that we've just created by opening up both of these doors. All right, door number 1 closed. Bales are safe now. And door number 2 closed. All right. Head on back to the farm and we'll see what is on tap next. I think what we can do now is start going through our inventory, starting with this enormous bale trailer that we obviously don't need. So we'll just drive this back over here, we'll sell it, and then buy a smaller bale trailer that's more manageable to get in and out of that sort of smallish shed that we're now storing the bales in. Alright, so we're going to park it first, which is sort of irrelevant because we're going to sell it. Alright, so let's pop into the shop menu really quick and We'll see what sort of a deal we can get on this bale trailer. So looking in our garage, we can sell this bad boy for $22,876. Gone. And let's go into baling technology and we'll look at a smaller auto-loading bale trailer. Possibly this square red one here for $8,900. So that's not bad. All right, so auto load square. Let's look at some colors. Let's keep it blue. Blue for the bars, and then the rims are fine. I don't really care about the rims. Let's just buy it. There we go. And now we can just swing over to the store and pick it up. But first we cannot drive the semi truck over there. That's good. So we're at $26,983. We may not have to do any contract work tomorrow. We can probably just buy the animals with the money that we're making from cleaning up our equipment. All right, so let's just zip on over really quickly to the shop and pick up our new trailer. And I think we'll just park it over by the hay loft. Just keep it out of the way. Over by the water tank, maybe, I think. Yeah, that sounds good. And there's our mowers and our seeders that we use for contract work. I did notice that there was a lot of cultivating jobs. I wonder if it would be cost effective if we actually saved up some money and bought a cultivator rather than using the ones that are leased to us. Want to try and maximize our dollar making at every turn. So maybe an investment into a medium-sized cultivator wouldn't be a bad idea. But we'll see. That's not really in the cards right now. But we'll see how we do. Alright, coming up to the shop. Let's see, a quick little right turn into the store. And then our trailer should be right there. There it is. Perfect. That's more manageable than a 53-foot semi-trailer full of hay bales. Yeah, this one only holds 18, I believe, but we don't need much more than that. Everything should be okay. I don't foresee us having a situation arise where we have to make 5 or 6 trips with an 18-bale trailer. So let's just take this shortcut over here. We'll take the side road into the farm. Yeah, this is certainly large enough. We don't need anything bigger than this right now. That was a good move, selling that big, long trailer for this smaller one. All right, how do we get in here? There we go. Yeah, we'll just park it in between the hayloft and the water tank. Right here is good. All right. Now, I think we're going to be riding some horses. We've got to get their daily riding up to 110%. You can see number 2 and number 1 are just waiting to be ridden. So I think we're going to do that. And we're probably going to turn on the time lapse for this so you don't have to sit through it. we go, folks. Both horses are ridden to over 100%, 105 and 110, I believe. So now we're going to get rid of this sweeper. Let's go into our inventory here. What do we got? Where is the sweeper? There it is. And we can get 6,900 bucks for this sweeper. And the universal bucket is 1,400. All right. So that seems like a wise choice. All right, let's go and purchase the universal bucket. Don't need to change the color, it's just a bucket. And then we'll go back to our inventory and then we'll sell the sweeper. There we go. We're at $32,525. Or 575. Is that a 7 or a 2? I don't have my glasses on. Either way. All right, let's just walk across the... Yeah, sorry. All right, so we need to drop off the bale spikes, and I'm guessing a good place for that is outside of the shed where we stored the bales. So we'll just leave that there. Then we'll zip on over to the store one more time and collect the universal bucket. All right, so while we're on our way to the store, why don't you take a quick second out of your time, look at that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your video. Click that subscribe button for me really quick. That'd be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget when you're done watching the video, like and share the video as well, and ring that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we upload new content. We do a different series on a different map each day of the week. Mondays is Greenwich Valley. Tuesdays is obviously Green River 2019. Don't forget about Westbridge Hills Wednesday. And then Thursday is Stranded in the Pacific Northwest and the construction of our super fields. And Friday is the mysterious disappearance of our father on Lone Oak Farms. You don't want to miss those episodes. All right, so we're here and we're collecting our universal bucket after we push it around a little bit. And then we can use this to go and clean up the silage mess that we left beside the cow feeding place and the pig food that's on the ground outside the pig pen. So we'll just clean those up real quick and then I think we will call it a day. There's not really much else we can do today. I don't really feel like doing any contract work, so we'll save that for another day maybe. We did manage to make quite a few $1,000s with the recycling of our inventory and changing of some stuff. All right, so here's the silage mess that we have here. We'll just dump that back into the food trough and then make our way over to the pigs and clean those up. Oh, we can get it all. There we go. All right, and back into the food trough you go, sir. There we go. Perfect. All right. All right, so we're just going to drive on over to the pig pen and clean up the pig food and dump that back in, but I'm guessing this is a good place to end this video because that's all we're going to be doing today. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. It was greatly appreciated. Remember, you are watching JCTV playing on the Xbox One console. This was Farming Simulator 19. Green River 2019, episode number 3. Have a great day, folks. And for now, this is JCTV saying, see you later.